Hello everyone, I am Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. We've been invited to join the United European Community for their Saturday event. Special thanks goes out to everybody in the UEC for allowing me to do these on Saturday. I really do appreciate it. And today's server we have the 8th Florida along with Jenkins Brigade on the Confederate side. Jenkins Brigade in the blue cuffs. 8th Florida in their farmers' hats. And on the Union side, we'll have the 20th New York and the 51st New York. 51st New York, in my opinion, getting the award for most improved in the last few weeks. They really have shown me something in the last map that we did. There's Venom in charge. And you got your 20th here with Weber. No Toby today. Haven't seen him on the field. But Weber and his boys doing a damn fine job on the previous map. So we'll see what they can do here on the Dunker Church. They're attacking this time, and they have to take a strong Confederate position. Now, for all of you that are unaware of the Antietam battlefield, we are at the Dunker Church, which sits on the Hagerstown Turnpike at the crossroads of the Smokehouse Road. There's your Smokehouse Road leading that way. You see the Mumma Farm on fire. The Confederates actually burned that the morning of the battle. You can see in the distance up the Hagerstown Turnpike the famous Miller's Cornfield where the early morning battles took place. In the distance, that's your North Woods. There's your Miller's Farm to the left side there of the road. These are what your West Woods are considered right here. This is where Jackson's men were the morning of the first day of the battle. And your Union troops were off that way in the North Woods. Duryea and his men coming through the cornfield and attacking Douglas's men. And in the early morning is when the cornfield battle took place. And then later in the morning, you had men coming out of these east woods from the Union and sweeping across this area and making it into the West Woods. They actually got flanked by 3 companies and were destroyed or at least pushed back. All the while, Greene's men kind of moved to the south a little bit, coming through this field and holding this position, actually fighting through the Dunker Church and into the West Woods, actually pushing all the way in before they too were forced back. So this battle represents Greene's push into the middle of the field to the Dunker Church, and the Confederates, the 30th Virginia, trying to hold them back. So you got 30th Virginia and you got South Carolinians there. So it looks like your 8th Florida is going to be the Virginia today. And it looks like your South Carolinians are going to be your Jenkins Brigade. Now, every time I've seen Jenkins Brigade fight on this battle, they like to get in the woods and do their little peekaboo maneuver. So we'll see what they do today. 8th Florida, I'm not really sure. I can't really remember last time I saw them on this battlefield. But typically what will happen, you'll have Union coming around trying to get on this flank here. They'll come through the caissons, and they'll try to get on this fence line right here so they can shoot down the line into the Confederates. Confederates will try to hold this fence line typically, maybe even on both sides of the road. You'll have one side here and the other side on the other. And they'll use the woods for cover as they move through. You see artillery coming in. And it looks like the Union is on the move. See who has the advantage this time. Looks like it's neck and neck just about. There's Tisser. Tisser and Hogg of the 8th Florida. You got Jenkins Brigade. There's Venom. So, yeah, just about. I mean, I'm spectating, so I'm not carrying a musket, but I'm only one extra. I thought the Union was moving, but it doesn't appear that they are yet. All right, here you go. There's your 20th New York, your 51st New York. And cheering each other as they go. Looks like 51st is going to take the left side.
Good luck.
And the 20th is going to go on the right. So let's see how the Confederates are going to try to defend this area. All right, you got Jenkins Brigade moving over to the left side of the fence here. So they're going to be facing the 20th, and you have the 8th Florida coming around to the right. They're going to see the 51st moving off to the right before long, and Tisser will move his men down to the right. You see the order already coming in, Tisser moving down. He's probably going to get as far down as he can. And Jenkins Brigade is going to have to hold off the 20th New York as they come across. Now the question is, will the 20th come all the way across and get into this field here and try to push straight in or not? It's hard to say. All right, so here's your 8th Florida. Going even further to the right. I suspect he'll get all the way down to this area here. That's the extreme right flank of the Confederate. There you can see the 51st pushing down the fence line through the corn. They're going to go as far as they can and then hook it back this way. So I imagine Tisser and his boys will end up down here eventually. All right, Jenkins Brigade. They got eyeballs on the 20th. They can see him crossing the road.
That's it. That's 350 yards.
So it looks like they're going to come straight across this other fence line and into the main field here. I think Jenkins Brigade will be slightly outnumbered. So the question is, how far to the left will the 20th go? Jenkins Brigade all spread out here. The 20th is going to try to use terrain as cover when they come across. '51st is coming out of the field as well. You can see him now. I'm surprised Tisser hasn't moved his men further to the right. Oh, here they go. This is what I anticipated. Tisser and his men waiting for the 51st. This battle is going to suck, guys, because we're all spread out here. I'll try to show both sides, but it's going to be tough. All right, the 20th is getting in position to do volley fire from an extreme distance. Using the fence as a target. A lot of bullets coming in, but they didn't hit much. All right, what will the 8th Florida do? They're exchanging fire now with the 51st, who's coming through the field. It's a dangerous position because that fence kind of gives the enemy a good target to shoot at. You see bullets coming in, but most of them are high. 51st got some good cover behind the caissons, the fence, and that little tree there. You can see bullets not hitting much yet. These guys are still trying to fire at extreme distances here. Yeah, both companies just happy to take long-range shots at each other at this point. See if the 20th are taking any damage. Yeah, Jenkins boys have killed a couple of them anyway. See the smoke blowing back in the face of the Yankees here. All right, fire coming in from Jenkins. 51st, still at the caissons in the field. 8th Florida still at the fence line. Both units battle ready, but the Confederates are not really standing near the point of contention. So they're getting a little bit of decay on that. See 8th Florida duck down here. Trying to be a smaller target. Looks like 51st, most of those rounds falling short. Meanwhile, 20th New York and Jenkins Brigade still shooting at each other from a great distance. Man, if I was the 20th, I'd hate that smoke blowing back in my face the whole time. And then for Jenkins, of course, once you fire, the smoke kind of carries away in front of you. It's hard to see as well. Such was the chaos of battles in the Civil War.
Loaded.
For smokeless black powder.
Negativ. Doch leicht rechts am Baum.
And here Jenkins Brigade giving orders, trying to get their men in a spot to do the most damage to the enemy. All right, 8th Florida moved up. Looks like 51st kind of made a swing. Florida is coming around to stop him. Oh, a deadly fire by the 8th Florida. 51st is more exposed than they were before, so they... oh, I don't think they moved at all. I think 8th Florida just came up to get a better position on them. 51st still holding their position by the caissons and losing men because of it. 8th Florida now closer to the point of contention, but still not capturing it. They're at the angle. Oh my God, 8th Florida running a deadly fire into the 51st here. Not sure how long they can stand here and take this kind of brutality.
Hey. Fire.
Ooh, good shooting by the 51st as well. They hit a bunch of them. So 8th Florida losing men here as well.
Boys, they should be dropping. They should be dropping. I see not much casualty. Aim on the chest, head.
Your Tisser talking shit to his men. He's like, hey, you should be hitting these guys.
Little bit above their heads, gentlemen. Let's try it. Brace for volley.
Oh,
Right, aim.
see if they hit him this time.
Yeah.
Fire.
Tisser told him to aim a little higher. That helped. One or two guys went down. Still had some short misses there. All right, Jenkins Brigade still holding their own on the fence line. Firing into the 20th. 20th still out there. Just kind of hanging out. They got down to one knee, it looks like. Jenkins Brigade getting a few hits on them. Look how tight the 20th are. It's awesome.
Nee, Teamkill, das war Jakowski, der da die Fahne hatte.
So neither team in a huge hurry at this point.
Rise
Rise
up.
up.
Rise up.
Ah!
Just doing volley fire practice. Some rounds from the 51st coming in.
There's not many of them left, Captain.
I know.
You hear Hog, he wants to charge him.
Permission to speak?
What you gonna do?
Yeah,
Is
go
it
for it.
double rank or single rank?
Single rank.
Double rank.
We get one saying single rank, one saying double.
Extreme left is officer.
I'm Napoleon.
Extreme left,
5
extreme left
ranks.
officer. Fire at will. Fire at will on the officer.
I heard Tisser call a fire at will.
In the level. Open the level.
How come? How dare you?
Fire at will, boys. Fire at will. Fire at will. Fire at will, boys. Fire at
Too
will.
much smoke. Too much smoke.
Fire at will.
Someone tell me what direction.
Independent fire. Independent fire.
You see here come reinforcements across the field. 8th Florida dropping a few of them. They're getting dropped as well. Any action over here on the left side yet? Nope. 20th New York still out there. Oh, they rise up. Here comes a volley. Got a lot of those shots hitting low. A lot of those shots dropping low. 8th Florida still at the angle. 51st still at the caissons. There can't be many of them left out here.
We're not hitting him.
Ugh.
Aim higher. Officer down.
Jesus, the 8th Florida just killing the shit out of these guys. They're still holding their ground.
Aim for the apple, gents. Slightly higher. Fire.
See a couple of the 8th Florida go down here.
They seem to have this quite good. We should like move to another case on.
Yeah, when we went, when it goes. Perfect.
Yeah, you heard them. They got us zeroed in. We need to probably move out of this spot. There's a lot of dead bodies here.
I think we could actually move behind the caissons instead of the limbo.
All right, has the 20th moved up yet? Nope.
Rise up.
Here comes a volley.
Wow.
Not hitting a whole lot out here. So the 20th just taking their time, not getting in a hurry. They got 29 minutes left in this battle. Jenkins Brigade is moving.
Just gotta throw off their aim a little bit.
So he's just got him to the corner, going to force the 20th to shoot through the trees. 8th Florida still in a good spot. You see a few dead bodies here, so the 51st is getting a couple kills. And 51st has moved over to the other set of caissons here, hoping to get more cover. You see the 8th Florida still getting shots in on them.
Yeah, you get a nice little ripple there.
PTS.
Go.
We could do a
Ouch.
blue.
Oh, get into line.
Make ready.
Crouch
Get
behind
into the
caissons
line.
and peek up.
Make ready.
Take aim.
Links from Captain. Niet zo rechts
Take
van
aim.
Captain.
Crouch.
Alright, you see they're going to crouch
Ah,
back,
We could have
load, and then
Ja, we zijn een beetje
jump up
hard
to fire.
Blackburn is down.
right.
Company aim right to bleed.
Aim right, please.
8th Florida is moving.
Come on, quick. Left face.
All right, 51st has the opportunity to get on the flank, and they're going to take it. Oh, here come the 8th Florida. 20th has finally moved up to the rocks. 8th Florida is coming up to meet them. So we got a 2-on-1 situation here. 20th Florida's in some major trouble here.
Ah,
See if they can hang on to it.
Major?
Ja.
Richtung Süden en aan den Zaun Süd-Süd.
A deadly fire coming in from Jenkins Brigade and 8th Florida.
Kommt alles sehr nah.
Henki, ich würde mich nicht hinknien.
Aufstehen, Mike. Bitte.
Henki
20th.
ist an Deckung, wenn er
It's
kniet.
2-on-1 for the 20th New York. 51st coming in behind. They're on that fence line. And they're getting up into the trees. They're going to go as far up as they can. This is the position that the Union tries to get a hold of. You can see there's a lot of 51st here. Confederates could be in trouble on that side, but they are getting the point back. You see 8th Florida, Jenkins Brigade. Where is the 8th Florida? I have completely lost them again. Did they go into the woods? Yes, they did. 8th Florida into the woods. They're coming back around. Will the 51st be aware, and will they be prepared?
Well, currently both of the enemy regiments are probably fucking up completely.
Yes. No, one of them's in the woods to the front.
Yeah, the other one's
Oh, yeah,
falling
the
back
other
as well.
one's falling back as well.
Jenkins Brigade looks like they are falling back.
Yes, please.
Alright, Private Will, on me.
So they're going to send runners into the woods trying to figure out where the 8th Florida is. 8th Florida is back here, but they don't seem to be moving very much.
Go into this, go that deep into these bushes. Make sure you have visual on it. They're on the, they're on top of the fence. Make sure you're gonna report any enemy movement.
All right, so you got Jenkins Brigade at the church here and in the caissons. 20th moving up fast. Here they come. Oh, Jenkins Brigade coming back to the fence. Here come the 20th. They're finally making a strong push. 25 minutes to go. Weber and his men coming to the Hagerstown Turnpike. They're getting on the snake rail fence,
Nice fire.
and these boys are going to be firing point blank into one another. Here comes Jenkins Brigade. 20th giving them what they got before they get there. Oh, it's going to be hard for Jenkins to get over that fence and kill all these 20th. There's still a lot of Jenkins there. They are literally just standing on each side of the fence to each other. Oh, that dude came over the fence and got shot. Oh, you see it, man. Confederates and Yankees are just all over the place, stabbing the hell out of each other. Confederates look like they got the edge here, but it's almost even. I mean,
Come here, man. Jenkins.
Sergeant James not messing around. So I'm going to call that a draw. I mean, they both just completely killed the shit out of each other. There's nothing left. All right, your 51st have moved up here in support. Where's the 8th
Yeah, we got him. We got him.
8th Florida still in the woods behind them. Are they going to come up?
Right
Here they come, 8th Florida coming out of the woods. 51st flanked. They're going to have to get over that fence real quick. And here come the Florida. They didn't even stop to shoot. They shot, and they're continuing to run. You hear the huzzah. That means the Confederates are losing more men. Tisser unloading his pistol. And the 8th Florida has done it. Members of Jenkins Brigade coming over to help. So they've held on to the point of contention. Your 20th looks like it has gone into the open. Nope, that's just a flag bearer. He's running for it. He's legging it out of here. Volunteer Jesse. All by himself with a flag. Well, he'll get some spawners in here pretty soon. That is probably the strangest thing I've ever seen. Jenkins Brigade and the 20th New York pretty much just destroyed each other. What's left of the 20th came back here to the rocks. They fell back. So they got a pretty good mass here of men. And they're battle ready while the Confederates are engaged. So the Confederates losing slightly at this point of the battle, but they still hold the point of contention. Here's your 8th Florida.
Oh, you got shot.
Flag is dead.
One is gonna pick him up.
You see a man coming to get the flag. Sharpshooting practice.
What's worse, Bennett?
Yeah, some guys.
Both flags are up. You see a bunch of Yankees coming in support. Oh, like a large amount of 20th coming in here. Jenkins Brigade back on the fence again. Trying to hold this position. You heard the independent fire order given. Now, is this both companies or just 20th coming in? We got 20th coming in here.
Who has the 51st?
51st is mixed in as well. Both flags in this area. Jenkins Brigade
Follow me with
firing into him.
Coach, follow me.
Weber's give it a 51st.
We got a volley coming. There's your volley from the 20th. Looks like 8th Florida still on the right flank here. Oh, they come across the fence. Here they go. They're coming into the fence line on the field. 51st is coming back across. So Tisser and his boys taking the high ground. 51st trying to mass their group back together again. There's the large mass of the 51st coming across. Tisser and his boys out on the field. Got a flank down on the 20th here. Pouring fire into the 20th. They're now getting hit from two different positions. Flag bearer down. You see the 20th giving way. They are retreating, withdrawing from that area smartly. And you hear Tisser's men breaking back to the church because they got the 51st pouring down on them as well. Let's make sure I got these right here. I think this is 51st. Yep, there's your 51st. Venom and the boys pushing up, just as Green's men did in the morning. Tisser withdrawing to the fence line. Jenkins Brigade coming over to join them. They're massing at the church. 20 minutes to go.
What's going on?
Jenkins Brigade on the fence. They're waiting for the 51st to show themselves. 20th still over in the field, licking their wounds a bit. Still hanging on.
So, Straße runter. Fahr!
All right, you see the volleys coming in. 51st is now poked above the hill. And we've got Jenkins Brigade, 8th Florida. They're all over the damn place. Looks like there's elements of the Jenkins Brigade making a charge up on the 51st. They don't see him coming. There they go up the hill. Half of Jenkins Brigade on the move. And they did it. They did enough to equal it out. Both units are now engaged. 51st, shocked by the boldness of the Jenkins Brigade, back down the hill a little bit. But here they come back up. They're doing the peekaboo maneuver. Independent fire. Here comes a volley from the 8th Florida. 51st kind of in a tough spot here. Ooh, 51st taking a hell of a shot. And here comes Jenkins Brigade again. Boy, there's enough Jenkins now to wipe him out, I bet. See Major Dunk. Is he going to take a shot here, try to go over the hill, push him completely off? It's going to be tight. There's 51st is massing up again. They can't see these Jenkins boys right here. We can. You hear the volley coming in from the 20th. All right, Jenkins boys are backing up again, going back to the Hagerstown Turnpike. 20th, far back into the field. See Weber taking a look, see where the Confederates are. 51st here, protected by the hill.
Good Westen.
Who's my left?
Ah!
Frank.
Here, Venom trying to get his boys in order here. 8th Florida at that fence there. Jenkins Brigade over here. Firing 100 miles into the 20th, who's firing back at them. But probably not going to hit much of anything at that kind of range. You hear the call for bayonets. Jenkins Brigade moving down slightly, trying to get a better angle on the 20th. 8th Florida on the move. 51st coming up the hill. That's half of their brigade. 8th Florida getting cover behind the fence line. So ineffective fire by the 51st there. They're trying a little double peekaboo maneuver here. All right, they've turned to the right, and they're marching. 20th still out in the field back there. I think they're just biding their time, waiting for this clock to tick down a little bit. Here comes Venom and half of his boys. You see the left wheel march given. Ooh.
This is the sloppiest shit I've seen in a while.
You hear Venom not very satisfied with the maneuvers. I'll quote him as, "This is the sloppiest shit he's seen in a while." 51st. Working. Now there's Livingston bringing his boys up. Doing a peekaboo here. But they're shooting into a fortified position. 20th New York still back here, waiting. He heard him. He said no.
Up, up.
Rise up.
Far.
I don't know how effective that is, but you gotta love the discipline. They started to get up, and you heard Weber tell them, "No, no, 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 get down." They waited for the volley to come in, and then they stood up and fired. 20th is probably one of the best companies I've seen able to have that kind of discipline to do that. It's really tough. I mean, all these companies are extremely disciplined, but I've seen them do that more than anybody. However, being 100 miles across the field, probably not going to hit a lot of people from that distance. There are a few bodies laying here, but this could have been from earlier as well. 51st still flirting with the hill out here. None of these companies wanting to get close and personal, being that both armies are engaged with 15 minutes left to go in the battle.
They're not hitting enough to get the numbers down.
That's true. They should be a lot closer.
Exactly.
It's not like we have a morale problem, it's engaged both teams.
And you see the flag bearer of the 8th Florida moving over.
Yeah, wait.
One guy.
Yeah.
Wait.
Scotty.
Frank, shut up.
20th volleying again. You see a lot of those shots coming in low. Bullet drops are a real thing. Oh, you see the 8th Florida waiting. This is smart. If they can wait and hold on until they see them before they shoot.
They're gonna charge soon.
I didn't see any.
So we need to cease fire and hold our loads.
You hear Hog, that's a smart move.
Hold fire, hold fire.
Cease firing.
Hold fire and wait for them to show themselves, and when they do, unload on them before they get a chance to shoot. That's what the 20th does the best, and it looks like 8th Florida is going to do it too. They've got to be patient here.
Means hold fire, means hold fire.
I could also shoot from here, but I don't do it.
Well, easy there, Michael Whitman. I ain't fucking you.
Yeah, but it's literally a command is command.
Hey, cease firing. Put your weapon down.
So the 20th, still out somewhere in Connecticut.
Left face down.
All right, they're on the move.
That's right.
20th is now moving. Are they coming to support the 51st?
Aber nicht gleich sage, an den Zaun, dann geht ihr in diese Lücken rein, ja?
Coming up the Smokehouse Road, along the snake rail fence, going right toward the 8th Florida. See the 51st on their left flank there.
Left.
All right, Weber gave the order. They're going left over the fence. 8th Florida has to see it. They're moving as well. 8th Florida moving over in front of the church. Taking back the point of contention. We got 12 minutes, 42 seconds left.
Interesting death pose.
And there they are. 51st is showing themselves now. They know they're about to have support from the 20th New York. 20th New York still running across the field. You see them here.
What the fuck?
Sorry. I had brain freeze.
Fart.
Fire at will.
There they go. You got a fire at will command.
Right, Captain.
Aber ich will
Macht mit
was
Zweierreihe wieder draus, Jungs.
Excuse me. It's hard to hit a moving target.
Also ich glaube genau hinter den Mage and
20th is going all the way to the corner.
Yeah, the 20th is probably going to come after.
Jenkins Brigade has come up to the fence line. 51st is showing themselves. They're shooting at the Floridians. Jenkins Brigade in Florida giving it back to him. 51st is getting hit by both sides. Doing their little peekaboo maneuver. Didn't lose a whole lot from it. 20th is now in a great position here. They've come all the way to this side. They've ran all the way across the battlefield.
Die Einheit shiftet in den Wald.
And your 8th Florida is moving back into the woods to meet them. 20th is still on the move. These boys waited an awful long time. They're got the running shoes on, and they're going for it.
Hier vorne an der Ecke anhalten und Bayonette fixen.
See if we can find the 8th Florida in all this mess. Coming out to meet them. Whoa, just passed them. Got some scouts out there in the woods looking for them. Florida in this little valley here. Here they go. They're trying to flank.
Hold the ground on me.
So we're in the West Woods. Good luck seeing anything.
Das soll
Dann geh ich links.
Ready?
Ich gehe mal kurz
Sister's hoping that he'll see the 20th come out of the
Leute
woods here.
überholen müssen.
Zum Teufel ist die.
But it doesn't look like they're moving. You can see the mess here. 20th waiting patiently, hoping that the 8th Florida will materialize in front of them.
Left face.
Ich lass weg.
So both companies are waiting. Oh, Weber's not waiting anymore. He's pushing them into the woods. This is a brave move right here. Let's see if it pays off for him. Now we can see where the 8th Florida are, but they can't. And they run the risk of just popping right out in front of them. Here they come. 20th is coming through the woods. You hear them? They're quiet. Oh, they see the flag. There they are. 8th Florida popped out in front of them. They fired first. 20th now getting in range. Firing into the 8th Florida. 8th Florida is moving out of the woods. They took their shot. They're backing up to the actual church here.
Company, reform on me. To my left.
You hear them trying to form it up.
I don't know. somewhere in the bushes, I suppose.
Wo sind sie?
Ist noch was?
Direkt vor uns.
Nicht mehr drin.
Negativ.
20th is still out there.
Es war einer. Schießt immer einer.
I set ready. Reduce the rank.
Jenkins Brigade still on the fence. 51st have moved out to the caissons.
I'll go and check out the last.
So the 8th is waiting for the 20th to approach. And they're going to do it, but they're going to do it on the flank. Look at them. They're coming around left. They're going to try to get in behind the Floridians here. And I don't know if the Florida's even aware that this is happening.
Right, Bushman. With me.
Okay, he's sending out. Yep, he found him. He
Right, hold right face and
Tisser,
defend and fire.
great instincts there. He
Oh,
felt like they were coming around to the right, and they were.
Red wheel.
You hear the right wheel order given.
Forward march, forward march.
Medium.
20th sending volleys in.
Fahne schiebt nach rechts. Rechts vom Haus. Da kommen welche.
All right, fire at will command. 8th Florida
Die
taking
Niederländer kommen.
losses here. Shooting into the 20th. Almost point blank. Flag bearer goes down.
Alle, Kommo. Hat.
Bin an der Fahrer.
But you can't see much.
Feuer, Jungs. Weht sie um.
Couldn't imagine the 20th going to stay here long before they charge.
Stehen genau vor uns.
Sind nicht viele. Rechts sind noch welche am Baum. Da läuft noch einer.
It's a tough spot to be in because the Confederates spawn behind them at this
Südosten
position.
ist einer am Baum.
You see the 20th standing their ground.
Ist noch links abgehauen.
Dann shoulder arms, left face.
All right, they're left facing again. They're going to continue to move. 8th Florida is already going that way. They're at the caissons. They can see the 20th moving through the woods. They're going to come out to their right here.
Do you want to just pull on?
They're going to come out right behind Jenkins Brigade.
March.
There's your
Oh,
20th
independent
right
fire.
up close and personal.
Holt independent fire.
Independent fire.
Coming straight up to the caissons. 8th Florida and Jenkins Brigade kind of in a controlled mass here. 20th behind them. 51st at the fence line. They better turn around. They got the 20th New York behind them.
Erstmal.
From the Wissen Sie, dass wir hier sind?
Somebody better tell them.
Sind nach links geschoben
Doch,
mit
jetzt
der
wissen
Zaun.
sie. Nee.
There's Tisser. Jenkins, they're behind you.
Nach rechts, Jungs.
Was
Nach rechts, seid ihr double quick, nach rechts.
Yes, they are. 20th New York has come all the way around the world to get in behind, and now you see the Confederates retreating to the corner. Both units engaged. 6 minutes to go, and the Confederates are now starting to lose the point of contention. 8th Florida and Jenkins Brigade massed up. Here come the 51st all the way to the church. They're going to try to link up with the 20th. This gives an opportunity for the Confederates, and they're taking it right now, crossing the road, getting back into the field, gaining better cover.
I don't give a fuck.
51st and the 20th
Eisweg zusammen.
massed up behind the church. Okay, it looks like you got your
Lass mich in Ruhe.
20th, or I'm sorry, the 8th Florida coming up, doing a little peekaboo, but thinking better of it, getting back into the field. And now they are taking losses. The Union is getting a small advantage in men. All of them massed up behind the Dunker Church.
Jungs, die warten nicht auf
Confederates are
euch, bis ihr
in the
geschossen
field
habt, ne?
behind the
Also, bisschen
fence.
mehr Druck.
Independent fire just to the left of the house.
They're not losing the point of contention, though, and they've only got 5 minutes, 16 seconds left to go.
Jungs, da braucht ihr nicht mehr so großartig zählen. Das ist eine Riesenlinie. Einfach reinhalten da. Da trefft ihr schon was.
Heavy fighting, up close and personal. You see him trying to wrap around a little bit to the left here. You got the 20th coming around the side of the building. Got the 51st on this side. They're all just massed up behind the building here.
Sag das Haus nicht quatschen, einfach laufen.
Confederates in a good position. You can see 4 minutes, 45 seconds
Nein,
left
du
to
musst
go.
nicht. Wir haben's
Confederates
aufgehört.
are taking losses, so they've lost more men.
Adem.
The house to the left.
But if they can just hold this position here, they can win the battle. It all depends how long the Union's going to wait to try to push them off here.
We were planning to go into the woods and try to flank him.
We got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
a minute. Right, let's all push them together.
So the Union's still massed up behind the building. They haven't.
Fix and charge.
Okay, here you heard the order. Here comes the charge bayonet.
Here we go, boys.
There's a lot of Union here, but there's a lot of Confederates too, and they got to come out into the open. If the Confederates will hold their fire.
They're getting charged. They're getting charged. Don't hold together. Hold together.
Hold together. He's calling it. Hold together. If they can just hold, be patient, and hold their fire, they can hit these guys as they come out around.
Wir gehen rechts rum. Charge, charge, charge. Rechts rum, rechts
Here they
rum.
come. 20th New York, 51st New York coming out with the bayonet. Here comes the charge. 8th Florida and Jenkins Brigade holding their fire until they could hit a few men. Not sure how many they killed. So here come the Union. Charging over the fence. Doing the best they can. Is it going to be good enough? 8th Florida holding their ground. Jenkins Brigade doing the same. They have destroyed both Union regiments. And with 3 minutes, both units are now taking losses. The Confederates have complete control of the point of contention. And now they're going behind the church to kill off any more Union that might have survived. They've got both flags laying on the field. 2 minutes, 52 seconds left to go. Confederates are in a tough position to beat here. Let's see how the Union comes together to try to reform themselves. They're going to have to get up quick. A little bit of lag here. There they are, 51st and 20th. They're going to have to group up real fast. 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Not only do they have to get up there, but they have to defeat the Confederates and get back the point of contention. Whew. That's going to be near impossible with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. But these companies have surprised me before. Let's see if these Confederates can hold together and win the day here at the Dunker Church.
Hold fire. Stay at the ready. Shoulder to shoulder. Get ready for one last push of the enemy. Shoulder to shoulder, boys.
You hear Tisser. He knows exactly what's coming.
It's a very small unit. It's a very down there. Okay. Olaha, can you pick one your guy again and keep our back safe? Yeah. Go. Alright, boys. Listen up. This is our land. This is 1 minute and 45 seconds left to the end of the round. And we say to the Yanks, this is our land, and we're gonna hold it. Right?
You hear Tisser giving a speech to his boys. Here they come. You can see the Union in the far distance. They're massed up. Yeah, the guy's calling the wrong direction. They're coming from the northeast. There's only a couple of them out there. Oh no. Yeah, you don't want to do that, boys. There might be a couple in the woods, but that ain't an army. The army's coming to your front. Holy shit, here comes the whole Union Army, and they're on the wrong side of the fence. 47 seconds to go. And here comes the whole Union Army over this hill.
May God be with you.
You heard the confusion in the ranks. There were a couple of Unions still left in the woods. But they don't need to worry about them. They need to worry about these boys right here. Here they come.
JOEHOVA!
The last desperate attempt for the Union to win the battle. Will they be able to do it? Charging up to the fence line, the Confederates are pouring fire in. You see Weber going down. Here they come. Confederates holding on. Brutal fighting. Brutal fighting taking place, and it is over. The Confederates are victorious. Man, look at the losses. 168 to 246. Wow, a couple great battles today. One victory for the Union, one victory for the Confederacy, so everybody did great. Congratulations to the 8th Florida and Jenkins Brigade for another victory here today. If you like this video, hit the like button, maybe subscribe. Until next time, my name is JOEHOVA, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.